Alright guys, we are back and we get one shot. I'm not gonna do another 50 of these. We get one shot and I think we've narrowed down exactly what we need to do. What's best for these maps. I hope I'm right. I hope I can show you guys a 22 loot map. It's been the ultimate goal for quite some time now. If it doesn't work, back to the drawing board. Tomorrow I'll be taking a break. Not from the game, but we won't be streaming tomorrow and I'll be doing some planning and seeing exactly how to proceed in the coming days. But I'm gonna give it one last really good go. Let's see what we get, guys. See if we can hit that. Now we know it's possible. But so far, it's been rough. Everything we've learned boils down to this. Now or never, guys. Now or never. And it's on. Changing to 0 loot. Okay, let's see. What did we learn? And isn't it enough? That is a good sign. We are lagging like crazy in this one. But, like everything, we won't know until we know. Now, just from looking at this, it's looking good. But things have looked good before, and then in the end, wah wah wah. So I'm kinda cautious making any predictions. But just from the walk lag, if that's the correct word, we can say, yeah, Oh! Not sure what did that, but damn! You got popped! That's rare. Could be like a stray nullifier, you don't know. Seems to be good. Back in. Lucky for us this didn't happen inside a breach or anything like that, because that would have been bad. And we definitely have more beyond things going on here. For sure, you can hear that in the lag that we have, the lag of the sounds. So it's looking like there might be something to this. It isn't necessarily the same as we're gonna hit it, but cautiously optimistic. Let's see. We have restricted everything. We got... Oh, that's an Empower. Thought we had another Enlighten. Like, what's going on? First we drop an Enlighten and then another one? But no. Okay, so we restricted both the projectile numbers as well as the way it can pierce. Big restrictions on that in order to make more beyond possible. And let's be honest, just looking at this, I can tell you it's working. But you don't need me to tell you that. You can see it from the loot, the lag, I mean. There's so much lag that it's hard to say that's not working. There can only be one thing that does that, and that's beyond. So that's good. Proof of concept at least. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. Yeah, wow, I mean... There's your luck. So what does it all mean? Did we learn what we need to learn? Well, we had 22 on this one. So it's the only chance, the only shot we have, the only chance. Well, I think, yes. I think we have a good shot. And I'm just saying that from the amount of lag that we're getting here, which is insane, let's be honest. That means we do get those beyond procs. That is happening. And while that is happening, we also barely don't crash. We turned a non-laggy map into an extremely laggy map. Which is another way of saying this works. Will it be enough? Will this be 22 in the end? We definitely significantly slow down the killing, while maintaining somewhat a playable situation where we don't like totally lag out. So we achieved that goal. Is it enough? And we can just see just how much more beyond is going on here. And that way this really does work. There's no denying that. And I guess the rest is up to the blight guys. Will we get a good blight? Will we get a bad blight? All of that will be a big influence on whether we will hit it or not. Here comes the Beyond. Insane. 20 loot. 3 breaches left. 2 abysses left. 3 abysses left. 4 breaches left. 5 breaches left. 6 breaches left. Did we just do this? 7 breaches left. We are already at 20 loot. We just need 2 more loot. Huh. That's with only one blight, right? We only have 1 this time. Well, let's see. Oh, that's not good. Here we go. Well, that wasn't good, right? We lost a full breach there. Because we got stun locked in some way.
Hey, I see you're back to trying to hit 22, huh?
Yeah, but we just missed a full breach due to getting stun locked, so that might be the death of this. But hey, at the end of the day, we will be able to draw some conclusions from this, for sure.
So you throttled your damage, or what?
Yeah, we throttled the possible cast speed. We throttled the pierce by going for the divergent version of this skill. So now we have less pierce, which means enemies actually have a chance to get close to us. And we also create a situation where we have...
An insane amount of lag.
Yes, which is good, because lag in this map is strange. You usually don't get that. So to me that's a good thing.
Did you
Although it did just...
research back in?
Oh yeah, and by doing that we actually limit the amount of projectiles that go in one direction. So we actually limit our DPS even further by doing that. Now we barely hit 21 before we did the Blight the last time. So it's gonna be kinda telling to see what happens on this one. And I do kind of feel that we are looking way better than the last time. Because we have 3 breaches left and we are extremely close to 21. And we have 3... Yes, just only 1, yes. Look at that lag over here, dude. This could be the one. Although I thought that yesterday, so let's just try and get through it without, you know, destroying the map or anything like that, and then we'll talk. But just subjectively, I'm saying, yeah, this is looking good. Because 21 will be hit now. And we have 2 more breaches left, I think, and 3 more abysses as well, and then we have the Blight left. So we already outperformed on yesterday's map. Just by that.
Did you do an investigator for this map?
No, and to be honest, this now is like a final test. The only thing I'm trying to do here is find out, was I right? Can we hit 22 with just 1 Blight? And I know people are going to be screaming, well, in that case, you can hit 23 as well. Potentially, maybe. Will I try it? Don't even ask me.
You got a month left.
Yeah, no, don't even ask me. It's a no. There is no way I'll keep torturing myself anymore on these maps. This is just a pure theoretical thing right now. You can draw your own conclusions, hunt for 23 as you see fit. This ends here if I hit 22. And we just passed 21. And we have, I think, 2 more abysses. And a Blight. And we see that loot go up now. But I'm afraid to make any predictions after what happened yesterday. I mean, I'm just literally shaking on my fucking boots to say anything about this.
Oh, got the bar going crazy again.
That's exactly what you want. As long as it doesn't crash the map, that is. We still have another... Dude, this should be 22 easily. Look at this. We are at 22, 21 and a half with another breach, with even one more.
After this one.
Yeah. This is it. So, oh yeah, sure. Sure, why not?
Got the breach and the abyss going together. 1 frame per 5 second, gamer.
Yep. But this is it, guys. This is it. I mean, look at this. This is 21.6 without the Blight. And we still have another abyss as well. So...
This one's going on for a minute.
Do I need to prove myself anymore? Was I right about doing this whole headhunter testing? Yes, I was. I mean, we couldn't hit 22 with 2 blights, and we know how much blight influences what's going on here. We messed up 1 breach. Like, totally messed up. And this is a tier 14. We know tier 16 has better progression. So even on an inferior map, we're gonna hit it. This ends today. By doing exactly what we are taught not to do. Ever. Lowering DPS, lowering car speed, getting worse. In any way we can. Means more loot. It's over. And I was getting bored, I was getting annoyed. On everything I was doing, all these stats, I was like, what's it telling me? But my gut feeling was just telling me, no, just keep going. Get the information that you want. And here it is, boys. We haven't even touched one of these blights yet. And here it is. Oh, it's not. It wants to keep me on my toes. Well, I love that. How big is the chance that we're gonna fail 22 loot? With a blight left. Look how hard this is lagging while I'm walking. And the only way this was possible because we messed up our build. Well, I would say that's a misrepresentation of what we did. We adapted to what we thought we needed to do. So now we go back to the big boys park. We go back to the big boy damage.
Were you exalt slamming maps again?
I would never. So now we go back to like the max possible power we can do, right? We change the what's it called? We change back to going max mana and having all the power we need, and we just instantly hit 22 loot. This ends today, guys. We did it. Not yet, but yeah. So we take -7 here. Boom. -7 here.
Why did you change that to life?
Well, because I needed my skill to cost as much mana as possible in order to throttle the possible cast speed. So what I did was I totally handicapped myself in how fast I could cast, and totally handicapped myself in how fast how many times the projectiles could pierce, creating a situation where it was impossible to mess this up. The result? 22 loot.
You're gonna get a 1 blight, a 1 node blight.
Even if it's half a row blight, even if the blight farts a monster my way, there's no way to mess this up anymore. It's over. Well, that does kinda, you know, we didn't do a kill contest and that shit, but all those stats were done only anyway to figure out what we needed to do.
Put them fucking beyond portals.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what we aimed for. So now we know. Now we can make an extremely detailed video on what it is exactly you need to do to mess up yourself. I mean to crash your game. I mean to get the highest possible loot. Oh yeah. It's the Walk of Lag. Have you ever seen a Strand map lag this much? The only way that's possible is if you did something right. And like we just said, it doesn't even matter anymore just how many rows there are. It's done. It's over.
What is that red circle around you?
What red circle?
You don't see a red circle around you?
Oh, yeah, well I do. Yeah, no, that's the Righteous Fire, but it can't even render anymore. Oh, by the way, guys, here it is.
Righteous Fire isn't even active, though.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not sure what's happening. Some after image effect. Going full Goku. Guys, 22 loot. There it is. We learned.
Just had to turn it on the black. Didn't even... Damn.
That's it. So, not only did we reach a personal goal that has become, let's be honest, a full-on obsession. There's no other way to call this. Nothing about this was healthy. This wasn't smart. It wasn't efficient. Nothing about this I would recommend. This was just me doing stupid shit again. Having said that, I learned a lot. And I don't want to pull a Kyle or Stan here. I learned something today, but no, I did really learn a lot about how Beyond works and what to do and what not to do. And having said that, do I feel 23 is possible? I actually do. I think if you really start digging into this, you get a second blight, you might very well hit it, but you'd need a once in a trillion map. And to be honest, I'm sorry guys, but I just don't have that patience anymore after what we did with this. So this is a 22.3 something loot with one blight. Do we know what the record is for loot? Well, I hate to toot my own horn like they say, but I'm calling it right now, this is. If it's not, somebody show me a 23 loot map. And teach me how, because I would feel pretty stupid if somebody's like, yeah, I had 23, 24. I mean, show me, really. I think this is it. I don't think anyone has hit over 22 on a map before. And I'm really, really happy that I did the tests today. I know it was boring, sorry guys, you know. If some of these tests were like boring and you were like, oh, not again. But I feel we had to do this. We had to find the answers in order to finally crack that 22. And we didn't just crack it, we slapped the ever-living shit out of it. We only had one blight. We messed up one of the breaches, and breaches are so important for loot progression. And we crushed 22 loot.